What's up guys, Alvaro here with Particle School, and in this tutorial we'll see how to control the particle's mesh animation based on its speed. Like you can see here, if we decrease this velocity, this speed, the particles move a bit differently. So as you can see, you can keep increasing it and it gets faster and with wider steps. So let's see how it works. Here I already have these legs and it has some bones inside and it's skinned already. It's nothing fancy, but it's working fine. And we have those splines here as well. So we're gonna create some IK chains here. Let's do it very fast. So animation, IK solver, IK limb, and let's link it here. And let's do the same for this other leg here. Just select this bone and animation, IK solvers, IK limb, and connect here on the last bone. So now we have this. It's working fine, as you can see, and we have to link this IK here to this splines here. So with a constraint, path constraint. So let's link it here. Now you see that the leg is already walking. It's kind of slow, but we will change it later. So let's do the same for this other leg. And now as you can see, it's kind of jumping. And here is what we're going to control with the particles. In the path parameters, we have the along path. So we'll control this percentage here. I'm just changing it now, but it doesn't have to do it right now. And we will control also the size of these lines here. So with bigger ones, it goes like wider, and with like zero size, it stops, almost stops. So let's keep it here. And let's create some controls to this leg. So here, let's select the leg and let's switch off the Turbo Smooth for a while. And let's apply a attribute holder. And here in the attribute holder, let's create some parameters so we can control the particles using those parameters here. So here in animation, just click on the parameters editor, or you can click Alt 1. And let's make sure that we have this option selected here. Select object's current modifier, which is this one with this object. And let's add a, nope, let's edit this one. Let's delete. And let's create one called speed. And I want it to go from a range from 0 to 2. And that's it. I want it to be a spinner, so let's add it. And here I didn't delete this one, so let's delete this one and apply changes. Cool. Let's add another one called shift, so we can prevent the legs from keep jumping like together, like the way I just changed it. And it can be like from 0 to 0.5. And let's create another one called scale to control the size of the paths. And it can go from 0 to 2. And add. Cool. Yeah, it's working fine. Great. Now let's select one of those IK chains. And here on the motion panel, all the way up there, we have this option here. Inside of position, we have the path constraints. And in this percentage here, we have to add a float expression. You can click here, select the percentage, click here, and select the float expression. Now here inside of this float expression, let's create a variable called speed. Click on create, and let's assign it to our legs, to those legs modifier object attribute holder, to the speed. And now let's create an expression, very simple, speed multiplied by seconds, and click on evaluate. Now let's check if it's working. Let's select it, let's play. It's stopped because our speed's set it to 0, but if you set it to 1, you can see that it's working, and it can go faster or very slow. Cool, let's keep it in 1, and let's do the same for the other leg. Multiplied by seconds. Evaluate. Cool. Now it's jumping like that, so let's create another one called shift. So let's create this shift, assign controller to the shift one here, and let's make it minus shift maybe, and evaluate it. Let's check it. Yeah, it's fine. So you can change it a bit. And if you want to create a complete rig, you can create the left shift and the right shift. But for now, it's fine like this. So we have this leg running. And let's now create an expression for this line here. So here on motion panel, let's assign scale expression to the scale. Let's call it the variable, let's call it scale, assign it to controller, leg scale, and let's keep those values here, and let's make it scale multiplied by those values here, and evaluate it. So, yep, cool. Now if you decrease it, the legs will eventually stop. It's really cool. And let's do the same for this leg as well. Evaluate. Now you can close everything. I don't know why I keep it like that, but it's fine. Now let's select the legs, and let's see how it's working. Yep, faster, slower, faster, wider, stop. So I just want to give a special thanks to this guy here, ScreamingFox. He showed me how to create that rig using the attribute holders. He have a full tutorial about it, and I'm publishing it on this video description. The tutorial is in Portuguese, but he said that he would add some English subtitles, so I think you should check it. And he showed me it in this 3D1 forum. It's the best Brazilian website about 3D. So if you're Brazilian, I think you should check it. Cool. So let's create our particles. Let's switch on the turbo smooth so it looks nicer. And here I want to create another layer. So and make sure it's selected so we can hide this one. I'll press 6 to create a system. A standard flow is fine. I don't want to keep the rotation and the shape. Let's make it show the geometry and change the, yeah, it's 100 already. Weird, very weird. So we want to emit, let's start with only one. And let's look on our left view. Let's see, just it's 34 height here. Let's put 34 here as well. And let's rotate it up 9 degrees this way. And let's make it a bit slower, like 50. Now let's create a data operator here. Let's call it legs. Legs fine. Check out update and open it. Now we're going, now let's use this shape control. It's awesome. So let's select the leg here, legs. And now we can hide our legs layer. Nope. Yep. And let's change it to another color, like a bluish one. It's fine. Left view, activate our grid again. And if we play the animation, the legs are just going that way, so we can click on animate shape, and it's kind of working already, but it's not being controlled by the speed. So let's add some parameters here. And here, if you click this button, you can see all the parameters that we have inside of this leg. Like everything here is like inside of the editable poly. We have the skin stuff, the turb smooth stuff, and our custom attributes. So let's control the scale first. Here, and let's add input standard, and let's change it to speed. So we have our speed magnitude, and let's wire it here. In fact, let's check our values here. If you just show that without linking it, you can't see any values here working. So check it. We don't have it. So we have to wire it somewhere so we can see the values. So in these particles, we have this value here, and we need something around 1. Let's base this animation on a speed of 50 is fine, so we can keep it between 20 and 70 maybe, because if we go like too far, like 200, the legs get really crazy. So let's base it on this 50. And in this speed, this value should be, this value is that same will control that speed value that we had here. So I want it to be around 1, so the particles can move in that not so fast, not so slow way. And here it's too slow. So let's add a function here, and I don't want to use a second operator, and I want it to be real. I want to use this square function because I tested it and it works fine this way. And now let's connect it here like this, and let's show the data of this function here. And let's compare with this one here. Now it's just like this, like 0 value. But let's make it like, if you put like a prefactor here, it multiplies this value. Look like 50 multiplied by R1, and then multiplied by 50 by R1 again. So yeah, it's working better this way. Let's check it, because now we have this speed here, but it can be a bit faster. In fact, it's not the speed, it's the scale of that spline. So let's make it 60 maybe. Better. think 80 works fine. Yeah. Now with 80, it's not like drifting, as you can see. It steps there. Let's check. Let's focus here on this point. It steps there and walk without drifting. I'm not sure if drifting is a proper word for this case, but yeah, it's fine. Like if you use another value here, like 30. Nope. Let's make it 100 and see how it goes. See, it's kind of walking on ice or something. So let's keep it 80 here. And let's check it. With a 50 of speed, let's close both of those stuff. It's like this. With 70 and with 20. See, now with 20, now that's why I think it's cool to control the speed as well. But in fact, if the particle is going slower this way, I want the legs to move a bit faster. So let's try to invert this value here. So if it's going faster like this, I don't want it to go like so fast. I want it to go a bit slower. The speed's lower, but the scale higher, like this. So let's see how I can do it. Here, let's add another parameter all the way on the top. Let's add the speed this time. So we have the scale and R3 is our speed. Let's copy it, paste it here. Let's just make it a bit more organized. And let's wire it here so we can see those parameters. So nope, show data, and let's make it 50 here on the speed so it doesn't get too fast. Cool, it's fine like this. Now let's make it like a minus value. So let's put a function here and keep it real and use a multiplication. Let's wire this one here, and let's show this data to compare with this data here. And let's add a scalar. And let's make this scalar -1. So this value here will be multiplied by this value here, and we have the same value but in a negative. And it's kind of moonwalking, and we don't want that. So let's now add another equation, another function, and let's make it real. Let's wire it here again, and let's add another function. No, let's add a scalar, in fact. So now we have this value here, and if we make it like just a addition, we can have a positive value, and it's kind of inverted. So now if the leg's faster, it will walk slower, and if it's slower, let's check it. So in fact, I want to make it 2 so it don't get so slower. Nope. I want to make this one 2. So yeah, it's fine like this. With this value, the legs walking like this. And let's check with other speeds. So if I change it to 20 maybe, yeah, we have like almost 2, so it's like almost the fast we can get. And if we put like a 70 speed here, it can get a bit slower, but not too slow, and it prevents it from drifting as well. So it's fine like this. And the 50 kind of gets a bit fast. I think it's okay. And yeah, that's it. Now you can create like a lot of particles, but you can't really like go very far. Like with 100 of speed, it can get very crazy. But let's try 200. Yeah, not even fun. Let's keep it. So we can. So with 10, it might not look so good as well. Yeah, I think 20 is fine. So you can create like a 45 with a variation of 25, so it can go from 20 to 70. And let's close everything. And you can like born more particles here. And with the variation. Yeah, that's it. Let's keep this tutorial short. So thanks for watching. Bye.